Sony, Sony, Sony. Okay. If it wasn't one thing that they're jacked up their prices for the PlayStation Plus, they thought they'd put out a little goodwill by saying, hey, another new PlayStation model right after you bought yours. Oh, wait, that's not goodwill, is it? Oh, what about the PlayStation Spider-Man plates? They put those out so everybody could get. No, they didn't. Sony, you're on a roll. So, if you guys missed it, about a day or so ago, Sony announced, I think it was yesterday to be precise. That's when all this information came out, and I was waiting a little bit. Plus, I'd already put out a video, and I was thinking, okay, maybe there's something else. No, you actually need a DRM PlayStation. Wait, what do you know? Okay, if you have the disk drive for the new PS5 Slim, not the unit that already comes with it. If you buy the Slim, apparently, and then buy the drive, you need internet connectivity to use it. What? Yeah, there has to be a download. So it's DRM, right? Right. No? Yes. Okay, let's get into it a little more. First things first, I saw it on a couple of places, and then a friend of mine on his podcast, on his Twitter, on his X feed, posted this. You can go check him out. I'll show you. We're going to pull up his post first, and then I'm going to take you to the article that was posted after. So here, let me show you this first. Let us go to the Twix. I don't know what to call it. I'm starting to call it X, but it's still not the same. It just sounds weird. It's still Twitter. But Twix is kind of funny because it's, candy bar. But hey, all right, whatever. Let's look at this. So he posted, this is from Reasons I'm Broke podcast. Go check him out. We'll also show you where you can check them out or even listen to them, whether it be on Apple or Android. Not a plug. He didn't ask me to do this. I'm just saying, hey, when he posted this, there's a reason. No pun intended. But there's a reason I picked this, because there's something he posted along with it, and I'll show you that in a moment because I thought it was rather funny. So we're going to read this. The upcoming PS5 Slim allows disk drive swapping, but a leak reveals it might require an internet connection for setup, raising worries about the playability of old PS5 disc and implications for game preservation. Fans await Sony's response to this concern. PS5 Slim's troubling internet requirement for disk drive raises concern. Yeah, a lot of concern. And then we go down. He's that's him. That's him. You should check them out. And he's got a thing. He's got an addiction. You'll see if you check them out. PS5 Slim DRM. Yes, I get it. It's from an Xbox fan page, I guess, but I thought that was rather funny. That is a very hilarious image to me. But with that being said, that's where I originally saw it. And then I saw a couple of other people. My buddy, oh no, it's Alex, posted a video on it as well. And I'm like, okay, so this isn't just a thing. That being said, before we get into anything else, I'm going to do my buddy a favor. Let me show you. This is his website. You can see all the guests and the merch and all the stuff. So hopefully, yeah, you guys check him out over here. Like you said, you can follow on Apple Podcast, Android. I've listened to it on Spotify myself. As you can see, it's right here. That's where I listen to him. So go check him out if you guys want to do that. But it's a really good podcast. Really, really good podcast. That being said, let me pull up the next article. And this one comes from Push Square. Oh. You'll need an internet connection to pair PS5 Slim's optional Blu-ray drive. Optional. So again, we're talking about the one that does not initially come with the drive. On the box, let's pull it up here. Internet connection required to pair disk drive and PS5 console upon setup. Account for PlayStation Network and internet connection required to redeem voucher. Vertical stand sold separately. We know that. So, wow. Wow, how about that? Preservation concerns raised. Let's read their article. Sony will introduce a new PS5 Slim model imminently, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 bundles are already being spotted in the wild. Along with photographs of the revised box art comes confirmation of a potential controversial tidbit. An internet connection will be required to pair the optional Blu-ray disc drive with your console. Presumably, this is an enforced security check by the Japanese giant to ensure you're using an official Blu-ray disc drive and not a third-party one. However, it does raise potential preservation concerns. Hypothetically, in the far distant future, if the platform holder were to shut down its servers, then it'd be impossible to pair a replacement Blu-ray disc drive with a console. So that means you wouldn't be able to play your discs. So the disc would be Frisbees. But that's only if you're using this model. Now, there are plenty of OG fat PlayStation 5s. Oh, which is funny to say that now. That's the one I have. I have two of those. Will I get a Slim? Probably, just for channel purposes. But I think it's a little expensive just to drop $500 on that. So stay tuned. I'll tell you once more information comes out and if I can get it for less or whatnot. But I really don't know. And I'm not a big fan of this Slim model. I normally like console revisions because they usually fix whatever issues arose in the launch model. But this one seems to arise more issues. No, okay. Yet raise more issues, more questions. Let's keep going. Now, this isn't worth panicking about just yet, and it's unlikely the manufacturer will be shutting down any servers in the near future. Near future. That doesn't mean in the future. They're talking, people are worried about, think about it this way. If you're PS2, you can't buy PS2 anything anymore unless you're buying it secondhand. What if that did that? You'd be dead. It'd be dead in the water. So that's what people are worried about. Same thing when they were all freaking about PlayStation 3. It's the same issue further down the line. And if such a situation should occur, it could always release a firmware update to remove the online authentication. That's not what people are worried about. It's something you should be aware of if you're planning, if you're planning to purchase the new PS5, though, as you will need an internet connection to get it set up properly. Correct. Once you do the initial PlayStation 5 online setup, you're usually good to go download any firmware, especially on one that already has a disk drive. Now, what people are really worried about is what if they buy one in the future and it never had a disk drive, and then they go and buy the disk drive secondhand or whatnot. Or what if they can't get one and then they find one through a third party and it just doesn't work because no firmware? So if Sony doesn't make it, what do you do? And there are people that are going to want to do this. And there are third parties that will make basically an add-on or try to make an add-on in the future to get around this. And then people are going to be pulling out firmwares, trying to get models that already have them. It's just an issue that will raise its ugly head in the future. And that's what people are worried about. So is it really worth buying that PlayStation 5 Slim? Time will tell, huh? Remember, the Blu-ray disc drive is optional here. Although some console bundles will include it in the box, the idea is that those who purchase the digital edition system moving forward will have the option to pick up the Blu-ray disc drive later, adding more flexibility, while also streamlining the platform holder's manufacturing pipeline. So that raises another question. If the one that's already in the box or comes with it already, it's basically the digital edition with it already on, right? So as soon as you set it up, it's doing the authentication. So if that drive dies in the future and you want to change it out, you're going to have the same issue. At least that's what we're thinking, right? Right. This is going to make people just want to buy PlayStation 5 fat, PlayStation 5 big, PlayStation 5 thick. I don't know what you're going to call it or what people are going to start to call it, but this is going to be an issue from here going out. I don't know what to make of this. I think this is a bad idea. And if the console disk drive manages to die in the future, you're not going to be able to replace it, according to Sony. Nope, you're done. Just buy digital. This is them wanting you to just buy digital, hence the DRM. Just buy DRM. Oh, I mean, just buy digital. See, that's what they're saying. That's what they want. Oh, this is not a good thing. This is not a good thing. But hey, this tells us that a future is coming where everything's going to be digital and you are going to own nothing and you will be happy, which is a bad thing. You need to own stuff, whether it's a house or a car or the shirt on your back, for God's sake. I don't like this. I don't like this, as you can see. Um, Sony had me in their camp with the PS5 for a while, raising the price of PlayStation Plus. You pushed me away, and it's not like it was just $10. That was like $50 or $40 on their big one. I can't remember because I'm not paying for it. Mine has expired. No, it will expire in just a matter of a couple weeks. I will not be renewing it. I'm not spending that much even on the basic one to play online. I just said, all right, I have to pick now. Sony's forcing me to choose, and I chose Game Pass because it's cheaper and I get more. Technically, Sony gives you more games, right? Right. But Xbox gives you brand new games. Forza. I got Forza. I got Dino Crisis. Exo Primal. That was day one, and I'm still playing that game. I'm not a fan of Starfield, but hey, there are people that love Starfield, and you got that day one. There's going to be a lot of games coming down the pipeline, especially with the partner presentation that they just put up, that you're going to have day one Game Pass games. And as of right now, I think it's just a better value for me. Yes, I'm eating my words. I did a video a while ago. Actually, I did a couple of that. I wasn't renewing because they weren't giving me anything worth my money. Now it's flip-flopped. Sony is overcharging me for stuff that I wasn't really using, but I thought was cool. And Xbox said, "Hey, we heard you. You're not the only one. So here's some good games. Here's some more bang for your buck." And I was like, I'm not a big fan of the way these companies are morally, especially, Microsoft. I don't like a lot of their practices. Same thing with Sony. Nintendo is the only one that I really think is pretty based, but still, with that being said, I had to choose. And this is one more thing that Sony's doing to push me away. And they were just pulling me in. I really do like the PlayStation 5 as a console. I think it's a beast of a machine. I love the controller. I think it's fantastic. But hey, I've gone on long enough in this video. You're probably not even watching. If you are, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. We'll probably talk more about this on the next episode. Ready to Start podcast. Make sure you tune in every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys so much for watching. And like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.